Tonight, there are no famous emperors to meet, no great battles to witness, and no dangerous adventures waiting in the darkness. Instead, you will spend one peaceful evening with an ordinary baker living in ancient Rome nearly 2,000 years ago. The sun is slowly setting behind tall stone buildings. The busy market is closing. Wooden carts roll gently across the streets one last time. Merchants smile as they pack away baskets filled with olives, grapes, and fresh vegetables. A cool evening breeze carries the warm smell of freshly baked bread through the narrow streets. Small oil lamps begin to glow outside the homes. The city slowly becomes quieter. For the first time today, everything feels calm. Take a slow breath and let yourself walk into this peaceful evening. The old baker gently pushes open the heavy wooden door of his bakery. Inside, the warm stone oven is still glowing softly. A quiet fire crackles beneath the thick baking floor. He smiles, not because today was exciting, but because it was peaceful. He carefully brushes a little flour from the wooden table. The room smells of wheat, fresh bread, and warm olive oil. Outside, the last voices of the marketplace slowly disappear. Even the birds have found a place to rest. The baker places one final loaf into the oven. There is no need to hurry. Good bread has always been patient. As the loaf slowly rises, the entire bakery becomes filled with a comforting warmth. It is the kind of warmth that makes tired eyes feel heavy and sleepy. The final loaf is ready. The baker gently lifts it from the warm stone oven with a long wooden paddle. A thin cloud of steam rises slowly into the quiet air. The crust is golden. The smell is rich and comforting. He places the bread carefully onto a wooden shelf to cool. Outside, the streets of Rome have become almost silent. Only the soft footsteps of a night guard can be heard in the distance. His lantern swings gently as he walks along the stone road. Above the city, the moon shines brightly. Its pale light falls softly across rooftops, quiet gardens, and empty streets. The baker pauses for a moment. He looks toward the peaceful sky. There is nothing to worry about tonight, only silence, warm bread, and a city slowly falling asleep. With the bakery now quiet, the old baker gently closes the heavy wooden shutters. He checks the glowing oven one final time. The fire is fading into soft red embers. Tomorrow morning, before the first light touches the rooftops, he will return to bake once again. For now, his work is finished. He wraps a simple wool cloak around his shoulders. The evening air is cool and refreshing. As he steps onto the stone street, the city feels completely different from the busy morning. The market is empty. The fountains whisper softly. A gentle breeze moves through the narrow streets. Every home seems peaceful. Every window glows with warm candlelight. The baker begins his slow walk home, one quiet step at a time. The baker finally reaches his small home. He opens the wooden door as quietly as he can. Inside, the room is simple but warm. A small clay lamp fills the space with a gentle golden light. A wooden table stands near the wall. A few handmade baskets rest neatly in the corner. Everything is clean. Everything is peaceful. He places the fresh loaf of bread onto the table. Then he pours a small cup of cool water from a clay jug. His evening meal is humble. Warm bread, a little cheese, a handful of olives, and sweet figs picked earlier that morning. He eats slowly, without hurry, without worry. Outside the window, the quiet city of Rome rests beneath a sky full of bright stars. The world feels wonderfully calm. After his simple evening meal, The baker quietly carries his empty cup to the small wooden shelf. He blows gently across the warm oil lamp. The flame dances softly, but continues to glow. He smiles. There is no reason to rush. Tonight belongs to silence. He walks toward the small window beside his bed. Outside, ancient Rome rests beneath a sky filled with countless stars. The moon hangs high above the quiet rooftops. A cool breeze gently moves the leaves of a nearby olive tree. Somewhere far away, a small fountain continues its endless song. Drop after drop after drop. The sound is peaceful, almost like a gentle lullaby. The baker closes his eyes for just a moment. He takes one slow breath, then another. The worries of the day slowly disappear. Only calm remains. Only the quiet night and the promise of peaceful sleep. The night grows even quieter. Most of the people in Rome are now asleep. The narrow stone streets are empty. The busy sounds of the day have disappeared. Only the gentle whisper of the evening wind remains. The baker opens his window just a little. Fresh night air quietly fills the room. He can smell the olive trees, the cool stone after a warm day, and the distant scent of bread from another small bakery across the city. Far away, a horse slowly walks beside its stable. Its gentle footsteps echo softly through the silent streets. A sleepy owl calls from the branches of a tall cypress tree. Everything moves slowly. Everything feels peaceful. The baker watches the stars for one final moment. Then he softly closes the window. The quiet night wraps around his little home like a warm blanket. The night has reached its quietest hour. The stars still shine above ancient Rome. The moon slowly begins its journey toward the western horizon. Inside the little house, the baker rests peacefully beneath a warm wool blanket. The oil lamp has almost gone out. Only a tiny golden flame still flickers softly. Outside, the streets remain empty. The stone fountain continues its gentle rhythm. Water falls, drop by drop, without ever becoming tired. A cool breeze carries the sweet scent of lavender growing beside a nearby garden. In the distance, a small dog stretches quietly before lying back down to sleep. Even the city seems to breathe slowly tonight. Time itself feels unhurried. Nothing needs to be done. Nothing needs to be rushed. The peaceful night gently holds ancient Rome in complete silence.
As the long night gently begins to fade, the sky above ancient Rome slowly changes its color. Deep blue becomes soft gray. The brightest stars quietly disappear one by one. A peaceful silence still fills the city. Then, from a nearby tree, a single little bird sings the first song of the morning. Its gentle voice is soft enough not to disturb the sleeping streets. Inside his small home, the baker slowly opens his eyes. He does not hurry. He simply smiles as the first light touches the wooden floor. Another peaceful day has arrived. Soon, the stone oven will be warm once again. Fresh dough will be mixed by careful hands. The comforting smell of warm bread will once again drift through the streets of Rome. Life continues, quietly, slowly, just as it always has. The first rays of sunlight gently touch the rooftops of ancient Rome. A new day begins, just as countless days have begun before. The baker quietly folds his blanket. He opens the small wooden window. Fresh morning air fills the room. The city slowly wakes. A few merchants begin preparing their carts. The stone fountain continues its gentle song. Somewhere nearby, a child laughs softly. The baker smiles. He lights the oven once again. Soon, Warm bread will fill the streets with its comforting smell. People will gather at his little bakery. They may never know how much care he puts into every loaf, but that has never mattered to him. His happiness has always been found in simple things: a warm oven, a quiet morning, kind neighbors, and another peaceful day to begin again. Thank you for spending this quiet evening in ancient Rome. Now, close your eyes. Take one slow, gentle breath and allow yourself to drift into a deep, peaceful sleep. Good night.